So Verginon's theorem is also named as principle of moments. It states that the moments of any force is equal to algebraic sum of moments of components of that force. See, I can explain with this one example so you could understand. Let's assume that there is one beam, fixed beam is there, two forces acting on here, F1, F2. There might be some reactions happen, that is F3. Consider any point. As per the law, you take any point. Take this point. Consider this is the distance between F1 and this point as D1, F2 and the point is D2, and F3 and the point is D3. Then you can consider one resultant force that is acting here. Resultant force is nothing but resultant of these three forces. So you consider this is as resultant force that acts D from the this considered point. So if we calculate moment of the each point, sorry, each force from this point means F1 is acting in the counterclockwise direction, F1 into D1. So counterclockwise you consider as positive, clockwise as negative. And then F2 also in a counterclockwise in D2 distance, and you consider other force is F3 that is acts in that is also acts in counterclockwise, that is F3 and D3. So this might be equal to this force that acts in counterclockwise, that is resultant force into distance d. This is what this Verginon's theorem states, that moment of any force is equal to algebraic sum of moments of component of that force. See, this is each component F1, D1, F2, D2 and F3, D3. This component's moments value is equal to the resultant force moment value from the same point. This is what Verginon's theorem states. See, while we calculating resultant of a concurrent force, we calculate the force in x direction and a force in y direction. But while calculating resultant of non-concurrent forces, we also consider the moment, because concurrent forces don't create any moment on object, but non-concurrent forces should create moment. So while finding resultant of a non-concurrent force system, we need to find f of x resultant force in x direction, f of y resultant direction in resultant force in y direction, and moment about the point. So if a object with a non-concurrent force system is in equilibrium, means it has to be, it won't create any moment, which means f of x should be 0, summation of f of x, summation of f of y is 0, and also moment is also 0, which means that the object won't move in x direction, the object don't move in y direction, the object won't create any rotation.